generation iron app on Google Play and the App Store.
We don't care about who looked good yesterday or who's going to look good tomorrow. It's who looked good that day at that time. Somebody could have said, oh my God, you should have seen him yesterday. Yesterday he looked great. Well, you know what? You're on stage now. We're judging you now. And this is what you look like and this is how you're going to get placed. I mean, there could be a guy that doesn't have the best conditioning but has the best shape, but because he wasn't in best conditioning, he's not going to win. A guy with the best conditioning will win. It depends on what is in front of me that day. You can't say because Phil Heath beat Kai Greene, that Kai Greene's not going to come back next year and beat him. It depends what happens on that stage. Not yesterday, not last year, not what, their projection of what they're going to be like. It's what they're like right then and there.
Any questions come to mind, George?
Not really. It's hard to judge, like a lot of times, and I hate this. I've seen it many times. People see stuff in the pictures. Oh man, Sean Ray, you should have beat, Dorian. No, dude, I was there. I seen what Dorian did to him.
There are pictures where other people are going to look better than other people. Their guy in 5th place maybe has the best back double bicep, and he looks like the winner in the back double bicep. But what about you put all the other poses into consideration? He's not the best bodybuilder. When it's a real close show, like for instance, you and Phil, could have Kai Greene won that show? Yes. Could have Phil won that show? Yes, and he did.
People walk away, a lot of times I've heard them say, hey man, politics, the judges, it's rigged. What?
I always said that, Kai. You know what I mean? When your friend and family, they're going to start telling you the truth, then we don't have politics and, and whatnot. As a coach, and I'm telling you this, and everybody know me, I'm not a kiss ass, like I say it even on here. When we went to Spain, you beat Phil Heath hands down. But I understand why we couldn't take Phil Heath from being Mr. Olympia a week later, take him off the throne. It doesn't look good. Now
I disagree with that. I think if you beat him, you should beat him. See that? I
Yeah,
don't care
but
what
I
looks
mean,
good like that.
the thing is,
I don't agree with that.
but we saw it. You see how the
plenty of
people
times
went
you and I
crazy.
had arguments after shows.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, there's a lot of times George and I disagree.
So are you saying that there's an optical illusion that
It's not an optical illusion. You just, in living color, you cannot
seeing somebody live.
see it the same way you could see it on the internet.
Yeah,
It's impossible.
Not gonna happen. Just like pictures.
But for the fan that was at home, and I saw it on the camera.
Right.
I saw it on my television prompter, on my computer. This athlete
Okay, but
looked
you're seeing
extraordinary, and
but
this
the-
athlete was okay. But
And sometimes that happens, but it also depends on what a camera is and what the camera picked up. The camera doesn't pick up everything like you're there in living color. You've got to see everything right there at the same time, happening at the same time. You can't take a picture from 5 minutes earlier and look at it 5 minutes later and compare it. It's impossible.
And do you think because that's done on the behalf of the viewer, this is why oftentimes, more often than not, they're able to walk away thinking that there was something wrong with the judging?
Who should have won? Arnold or Sergio? Half the people say Arnold, half the people say Sergio. To this day, they still complain about it and argue about it. People say Harold Poole should have won one year. I mean, that's just the way it's been from the beginning of time.
Yeah, but
exactly.
listen, let me
Why are you
explain
laughing?
something to
It's
you.
the truth.
There's 11 judges, okay? There's 11 judges. A lot of them have you winning, and the other people have the other guy winning. It happens that 6 of
Look
them...
what happened at the Arnold. You were losing in the morning.
Yeah.
You were losing in the morning because you weren't in your best condition in the morning. Now tell me the judge's eyes weren't right on. Then you came back at nighttime and you were better and you won. We're judging what's in front of us right then and there. You're the perfect explanation of that. If you would have came back the same condition you did in the Arnold, you would have lost. But you didn't. You knew you had to come in tighter and you did, and you won. Fact.
No, because it's true. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I even took you to the room. I said, what are you doing? You're losing. You're not fighting. You're not giving us your best Kai Greene.